Hello, welcome to my workshop. Today I want to talk about battery size. So as you can see, I have a Dewalt 5 amp hour battery, 2 amp hour battery, and 1.5 amp hour battery. So what I want to talk about is, for example, with this impact driver, is there a power benefit with a 5 amp hour battery over a 2 or 1.5? So before I get to that, these 1.5 amp hour Dewalt batteries are the only batteries that do not come with a fuel gauge, like this one. Oh, and by the way, all of these batteries are fully charged. So obviously your 5 amp hour battery is going to last a lot longer before you have to charge it than the 2 or the 1.5. Most DeWalt kits, like a saw or a sander or a grinder, like this die grinder, if they come with a battery kit option, they're going to come with a 5. The impact driver and the smaller XR drill will come with a choice of 2, 5, or maybe sometimes 4. The subcompact, like the DCD 777 or the Atomic, come with a 1.5 amp hour battery. This is not an XR battery, so I don't know if that means anything, but they don't have the fuel gauge. So I'm gonna do some basic stuff to demonstrate the power. I'm gonna use all 3 of these batteries in a row so you can listen to the tool and watch it and see if it has any benefit with different batteries. So I'm gonna start with the impact driver. I'm going to start with the 1.5 amp hour battery. Gotta grab a bit. So I'm going to drive this 6x120 screw and see if there's a power difference between the batteries. Let's get to it. So, my preference for batteries on the impact driver, the drill, and most of my other tools is a 5 amp hour battery. I like using these 2 and 1.5 amp hour batteries on my palm sander, because with the 5 amp hour battery, it is very hard to hold on to this tool and it vibrates way too much. So I much prefer using these smaller batteries on the palm sander. Now you can see it's working pretty hard. So let's try the 2 amp hour battery. Don't count that one as a real screwing because I think I hit another hole. Wrong size bit. But it is interesting to see that these Bosch T25s are turning this T30 screw. And now I'm going to try it with the 5 amp hour battery. do that again. May not near the edge. So personally, I think that 5 amp hour battery sounds like it's got more power. Gives this impact driver more power than the 2 or the 1.5. The next, I'm going to show you with a drill driver. I'm going to start with the 1.5 amp hour battery. Just have to clamp this guy down. Two amp hour battery. So if you ask me, it sounds like it's got more power with the 2 amp hour battery. Let's see with the 5. I'd all say it sounded more powerful with the 2 amp hour battery. Anyway, next tool. Gonna use this jigsaw. This jigsaw is rated at 135 centimeters, so it should have no problem going through this 90 centimeter piece of wood. Gotta turn it on its side because it's too thick otherwise. So, starting with the 1.5, using 7th speed, the most perpendicular movement it has, so let's see. Let me just adjust this camera. Let's see with the 2 amp hour battery. Sounds like it's got a little more juice with the 2 amp hour battery. This is the 5 amp hour battery. Definitely has more power with the 5. So now I'm going to show you the sander. The 1.5 amp hour battery. Next I'm going to do the 2. Lastly, the 5. Like I said, with the 5, it just isn't that comfortable to use. So it definitely sounds faster and feels faster with the 5 amp hour battery. So lastly, I'm going to show you the die grinder. Now, I don't really think there's a way I can really push the die grinder, so I'm just going to show you. Just going to do a little bit of grinding on this piece of metal with a standard stone. On 3rd speed. Two amp hour battery. Lastly, 5 amp hour battery. So I don't find much difference between the 1.5, 2, and 5 amp hour battery with the die grinder. And as a bonus, I'm going to do this 4-inch hole saw in the drill. Actually, no. Tell me in the comments if you want to see me do a video with these 3 batteries and this 4-inch hole saw in my drill driver. Yes, it does have the power to do this 4-inch hole saw, surprisingly. So my conclusion is, for like drills and impact drivers, at least these smaller compact drills, doesn't really matter what size battery you have. Like obviously the 5 is going to last a lot longer than the 1.5. Same as the impact driver. Like unless you're doing a lot of spade bits or lag bolts, 1.5 amp hour battery is going to be fine. Unless you need it to run all day without doing a charge. Even the Jigsaw, like it really doesn't matter unless runtime is important. I don't have any of the bigger tools like maybe a circular saw or a reciprocating saw, and I don't have any of the flex volt. But for these smaller tools, the only difference really is runtime. So don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching.